For years, Nokia wasn't just a phone company. It was the phone company. At its peak, billions of people trusted Nokia devices to stay connected. But despite dominating the mobile world, Nokia experienced one of the most dramatic declines in business history. This is the story of how a global giant rose to the top, lost its crown, and found a way to survive. In the early 2000s, Nokia was everywhere. From busy cities to remote villages, its phones became part of everyday life. Students, professionals, and families all relied on Nokia devices. The company's market share was unmatched, and its brand was recognized across the globe. Among Nokia's many successes, one device became legendary, the Nokia 3310. Famous for its incredible durability, it earned a reputation for surviving drops, accidents, and years of heavy use. It became more than a phone, it became a symbol of reliability. At its height, Nokia controlled over a third of the global mobile phone market. Competitors struggled to keep up as Nokia expanded its reach across continents. The company stood at the center of the mobile revolution and appeared nearly unstoppable. But Nokia's story began long before mobile phones. Founded in Finland in the 19th century, the company started as a paper mill. Over decades, it transformed itself multiple times, moving through industries such as rubber products, cables, and electronics before eventually entering telecommunications. As mobile technology expanded during the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia was perfectly positioned to lead. Its devices connected millions of people across different countries, helping shape a world that was becoming more connected than ever before. Sales soared. Factories operated at full capacity. Millions of phones were shipped around the world. Investors celebrated rising profits, and Nokia became one of Europe's most valuable companies. The future looked brighter than ever. Then came a moment that would change the industry forever. In January 2007, a revolutionary touchscreen smartphone was unveiled. It wasn't just a new phone, it introduced a completely new vision of what a phone could become. Many inside Nokia believed their dominance would continue. Physical keyboards, proven designs, and existing customer loyalty seemed impossible to challenge. The touchscreen revolution appeared interesting, but not necessarily threatening. Consumers quickly embraced the new experience. Touchscreens, internet browsing, mobile applications, and intuitive interfaces began changing expectations. Phones were evolving from communication tools into powerful personal computers. Soon, another major force entered the market. Android provided manufacturers with a flexible smartphone platform that encouraged innovation and competition. Suddenly, companies around the world could build advanced smartphones and compete at scale. Technology companies adapted rapidly. New devices launched every year. Software ecosystems expanded. App stores grew larger. While competitors accelerated innovation, Nokia struggled to match the pace of change. At the heart of the problem was software. Nokia continued investing heavily in Symbian, an operating system designed for an earlier era of mobile devices. While competitors built modern smartphone experiences, Nokia's software increasingly felt outdated. Consumers noticed the difference. Competitors offered smoother interfaces, richer applications, and more attractive user experiences. Nokia's hardware remained strong, but software was becoming the new battlefield. For years, great hardware had been enough to win customers. But the smartphone era changed the rules. Success was no longer determined by the device alone. Software, services, and ecosystems became equally important. Developers flocked to growing app marketplaces. Thousands of applications transformed smartphones into platforms for entertainment, productivity, communication, and business. The app economy became one of the defining features of the new mobile age. Inside Nokia, decision-making became increasingly complex. Layers of management slowed progress. Teams struggled to align around a clear strategy. In a rapidly changing industry, delays became costly. As competitors expanded, Nokia's market share began shrinking. Companies that once chased Nokia were now setting the pace of innovation. The balance of power in the industry was changing. Eventually, the scale of the challenge became impossible to ignore. Competitors had built powerful ecosystems, loyal user bases, and thriving developer communities. Catching up would require more than incremental improvements. In an effort to reinvent itself, Nokia formed a major partnership with Microsoft. Together, they aimed to create a new smartphone ecosystem capable of competing with the industry's dominant platforms. The partnership led to the launch of Windows Phone devices. Many reviewers praised their design and user experience. However, success in smartphones depended on more than good hardware and software. It required an entire ecosystem. Most developers continued focusing on larger platforms with bigger audiences. As a result, many popular applications arrived late or never arrived at all. Without strong developer support, attracting users became increasingly difficult. sales continued to fall. Market share dropped further. The company that once defined the mobile industry found itself struggling to remain relevant in the smartphone era it had helped create. In 2013, Nokia agreed to sell its mobile phone business to Microsoft. The deal marked the end of an extraordinary chapter in technology history. An era that once seemed permanent had come to a close. For many people, Nokia represented their first mobile phone, their first text message, and their first connection to the digital world. Its decline marked the end of one of the most influential brands of the mobile age. But Nokia's story did not end there. While its phone division was sold, the company continued operating in telecommunications infrastructure, networking technology, and advanced communications systems. Through restructuring and strategic focus, Nokia reinvented itself. Rather than competing in consumer smartphones, it became a major player in network equipment, telecommunications services, and next-generation connectivity. Nokia's journey offers one of the most important lessons in business. No company is too large to fail, and past success does not guarantee future leadership. Innovation must be continuous, especially when industries are changing rapidly. The difference between success and decline often comes down to adaptation. Companies that embrace change can thrive in uncertain times. Those that resist transformation risk being left behind, regardless of how dominant they once were. Today, Nokia remains a respected name in global telecommunications. Its rise, fall, and reinvention continue to serve as a powerful reminder that in technology, the future belongs not to the strongest, but to those who adapt the fastest.